doesn't love you anymore.
Hello, co-creators. I'm doing a video for my day 100 of my first challenge. Um, I actually am going to read a few things. It's from when I started my journal, and actually I was sort of following the co-creating our reality websites and the challengers for maybe even a month before I really got on board. I was just kind of curious about the whole thing and was reading and watching and learning, and then I kind of jumped in with both feet. I think it was June 1st, but I'm going to just read a few things that I put in my journal when I first started. And some of them are like little quotes and little things that I attached to it. So I think some of them are really good. It says, you know what you want to change your life, but you have no idea where to begin. Guess what? It doesn't matter. You just have to do something. And then it says, at any one moment, we have a million ways to make life very, very good. And here's another little blurb I got out of a magazine. It says, restlessness. It's a yearning for change. It comes with the midlife territory. The transition to the rest of our lives is like falling down Alice's rabbit hole. By turns, it's exhilarating and terrifying. Everyone goes through it differently. Some people catch fire with passion for a new life, and others put along, making small but notable changes to their course. But there is one principle that applies to all of us. Action trumps brooding. When you're feeling stuck, you've simply got to do something. Don't waste any valuable time, even if it feels safer or more comfortable to stay where you are. That one was written by Anne Morrow. And I thought, the theme, even like through so many of our videos, it's about the doing. So even though we have great intentions, we set our goals, we can dream, we can do, go through our word list where we, think our good thoughts, but unless we put that action behind it, that's why we get stuck. And I think that's the thing, so many people don't realize that it's still about doing. So you have to make a plan and then you have to go with it. So probably more than ever I've realized that so often I say, and I've kept journals for years and years and years, and when I go back and read them, it's like, oh my gosh, Sally, you're still where you were when you were 18 and 25 and 31 and 40, and it's like the same journal over and over. I have the same struggles, I have the same problems, I have the same things that make me sad and mad and angry, and the same everyday struggles. It's my weight, and maybe it's money, maybe it's relationships. But it's because I've never done anything differently. What do they say the definition to stupid is? Or something, I don't know. Is doing something over and over again and getting the same result. Well, there you go. That's my life in a nutshell. So this 100-day challenge has really kind of, it's that duh moment where you go, okay, you really do have to do something different if you want to get a different end result. You can't just keep beating your head against the wall and hoping that things change. So in little bits, this first challenge for me really was just about pinpointing my real problem areas, the things where I really struggle with the most, and maybe not even finding out why I struggle with them, but searching for ways to get past them. I may never understand all the reasons for the whys, like why I've struggled with my weight all my life. Okay, part of it, I was predisposed, my family's heavy, it's the way we were raised and how we ate and the things we ate and when we ate, and it was pop and goodies and popcorn before bed every night and going out to hamburgers. We didn't have money, but we always managed to go to McDonald's. So it's those kind of things, little things, but why did I continue as adult when it was definitely the thing that I wanted to change the most? There is something that still needs to feed my soul in order to keep the weight on for some sort of reason. And I really haven't come to figure out what that reason is, but it's okay because I can go ahead and move forward and I can let go of it. And maybe along the way, as I'm letting go, I'll also be finding out the reasons for why I've held on. And I was going to read maybe on one of the first days in my challenge here, just a few things here, a few thoughts, and I hope that's okay. It says, my desire in this new journey is to become all I am meant to be and more, to dream big and see those dreams come true, to set goals, make plans, have a vision for my life, and achieve them successfully. Isn't that the thing we all want mostly? I'm opening myself up to the universe, even though that's scary for me. I need to keep things to myself. That's what I learned as a young girl. It's kept me locked up inside myself for 50 years, and the many secrets in my life have just about eaten up my very soul. I am so full of holes. I feel empty. But since my 50th birthday and a few other things that happened around it, I have begun to re-examine my life. What do I want? What is my purpose for being here on earth? How am I making a difference? What changes can I make to help me become all I can be? What do I need to do to have happiness, peace, and abundance in my life? That's what I'm going to find out on this new journey. I'll be jotting down simple thoughts along the way, and then I go on and talk about how I'm beginning the 100-day challenge to co-create my reality. And some of the areas I want to be disciplined in: organization, clutter, money, spending, eating, health and exercise, learning, reading, keeping in touch. And then I wrote a whole bunch of things about how in the past I would have worded something, I want something, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then I went back and I scratched off things, and I actually wrote in, I have this, I have this, I am able to this, I am doing this. And then, of course, as I journaled, and I've had a lot of hit and miss days, I kind of went in and out, where I journal for 3 or 4 days in a row, and then skip maybe a week or two, and then come back and go, wow, it's already been, a couple of weeks. But what I'm finding is that in this journal, that's different from so many of my other diaries, is what I always call them, is that I see a growth. I see a real honesty. It's not just about what happened that day, like a 16-year-old might talk about, the boy that sat next to her, or that, some girlfriend made her mad or whatever. It's not just those little things, but, or, that you went somewhere or did this or that. But it's about the real things that were going on in my mind and in my heart, and how I felt about some of those things. So I felt like I was finally maybe being honest with myself, which I have always found very hard to do, because I don't want to have to look at those things, because then that means I have to acknowledge that I do have a problem, or that I am struggling somewhere, and then I have to deal with those things, and mostly I haven't wanted to deal with them. So as I end this first 100 days, all I can say is thank you to so many of you that have allowed me to come into your life, share a part of myself, and hopefully you've seen maybe some changes along the way. I've appreciated the many supportive, encouraging, just very gracious comments that so many of you made to me on my videos, and even on email messages. But I'm so looking forward to my next 100 days. I'm going to take like a week, because I'm going to be gone most of this next week and a half, in and out a lot, and take some time to be able to read, to set down some definite, surreal definite goals and intentions, and some plans to be able to get to those places, and then start fresh. And I'm thinking I'm starting on Sunday the 23rd. I will be watching. I'll probably pop in a time or two, because I'll have some fun things to tell about a couple of adventures along the way. So I just want you to know that there are so many of you out there that I love truly, and if I could come and give you all hugs, I would. And I'm sure you all know who you are, and just thank you for being out there in this challenge, and being willing to open yourself up, and to let so many of us into your lives. And thank you. It's been an amazing journey, and I look forward to the next one. And I love you. Hugs to all of you. Thanks.